Well, hey there, my friends. Welcome to my channel, Ink and Whimsy. I'm Laura Daniels, and I'm excited that you've given up a little bit of your day to spend just a little bit of time with me. I'm hoping that we're going to laugh a little bit and just have fun creating a storybook page. That's what this is going to be. We're going to be using the Unbounded Beauty suite from Stampin Up, and we're going to be creating an 11.5 by an 8.5 by 11 page for my storybook album. And this story is about my mom and I getting lost in Valetta. If you saw my double page spread about Valetta in the city of Malta, you saw how we went on an adventure to find a rose gelato ice cream cone, gelato cone, with a macaron on top for my mom, and we did find the little shop. Well, after this long day, my mom and I decided to head back to the ship all by ourselves. And you know, when my mom and I get together, crazy things do happen, and it is such a funny story. I want to show you what we're going to be using, and this is one of the stamp sets, Fields in Bloom. We will be using these resin dots, and let me show you the rest of the stuff we're going to be using in addition to these beautiful papers. Alrighty, so let's see. Now, here is the picture and the journaling. We're going to have to get a little creative with this journaling because look how long the story is. The story is real long. So what I did is I printed it to be about 3.5 by 10. I cut it in half, and we are going to get creative doing something like this with it. And I'll show you how that's going to come together. And here is the photo, which I'll soon be telling you the story. Obviously, it does have a happy ending. And here is some ephemera and pieces that I have cut out to use. I stamped this, oh what fun, oh what a fun. Oh, you know what this comes from? A stamp set that has the big word day on it. Ooh, I'll have to get that later. If I don't, it's by Stampin Up, and I didn't get that out. I don't want to be fussing with looking in the closet for it. It is this stamp set. Oh, let me go find it for you. I would have felt guilty if I hadn't gone and found it for you. This was a celebration set. And see, it says, oh, what a, okay? And then the day, I fussy cut out the letters, and I did this. I believe that's Pretty in Pink. So that's that stamp set. You're welcome. All right, so I have these torn sheets. This is what I stamped using this set right here. And oh my gosh, it is so neat when you stamp in layers. So you stamp this down first, and I did it in, this looks like what? Shamrock, maybe? What is this? Yeah. No. No, I don't think it's that. Where's all my other colors? Here it is. Here it is. Don't lose. It's this one. It was in Summer Splash. All right, so get rid of Shamrock. I don't want to confuse you. And then for the top, the flowers here, and you notice when you set this over on top of this, all the pink flowers fit right in all those white spaces. And it's almost like magic the way it comes together. And I absolutely love watching that. And this is Pretty in Pink. So those were the two colors I used there. And this is what I'm going to use to house my journaling. So I've already put some dimensional strips on the back. And then Quite the Adventure is just a stamp set I had, and I cut out this shape right here using these stylish shape dies from Stampin' Up. And I couldn't even tell you where I got that stamp, actually. So I can't help you there. I can't go digging. And then I used the nature style circles. Oh, gosh. And then I did some florals. Now this is just fussy cut out of the paper, okay? These were stamped and colored, and it is this set right here. Oh, Happiness Abounds, right here. And I used these flowers, and I colored this, I believe, with Pretty in Pink, because that is definitely one of the colors. All right, enough mumbo jumbo. Let's get started putting this page together. I'm excited. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is put this down. I'm always surprised when I turn over the piece of paper. Let's make sure I'm recording. Yes, I am. All right, here we go. Is there an upside down? No. It can go either way. Making sure. Because once it's down, it's down. I just wanted a little bit of white. Okay. So y'all want to hear this story? So funny. So we had a very long day, and we had such a fun day. We really did. We had a great time. But after walking almost 15,000 steps, Mom and I were ready to go back to the ship and have a glass of wine. Look out over our balcony on the ship and just look at the port. It was just so pretty. We were tired of walking. Seriously, we were done. So Lorraine and her husband Steve weren't ready to go back, and neither was my brother and his wife. So Mom and I go, well, it's no problem. We can get back all right. Gosh, we can handle ourselves. But we were in a foreign country, so of course they were a little nervous. And Lorraine is the one who does not get lost. Whenever you put my mom and I together, we are the ones that get lost. Okay? So this is why everybody worries. Matter of fact, at the very end of our cruise, ours was the only flight that got canceled. So I had total responsibility of my mom and making sure I got her safely back to the United States of America. So after this happened, I'm sure my sister was a little nervous. I'm not sure if we ever told my brother. He's my older brother. We never told him. All right, so this is the story. So Mom and I are getting ready to start walking back to the ship. I mean, the port is by the water, and we kind of knew what direction it was in. It was that way. So Lorraine got us all set on the GPS because we had the data plan when we could use our phones. So the GPS was all set to literally walk us all the way back to the ship. So Lorraine and Steve took off one way with my brother and his wife, and Mom and I, like, we got this. What is everybody so worried about? And we just started walking. And we probably went a couple of 100 yards, and we got to a plaza. And it was a beautiful Italian plaza, and all the people walking around. You just hear all the chitter chatter. It was just so neat. And the scenery was beautiful. Did you see that one picture I showed you? This right here. This is Valetta. Okay, so we were walking in and around streets and plazas like that, so it was beautiful. And I am dutifully holding my phone and managing getting me and my mom home safely. And what do you think happens? Oh yeah, you got it. The GPS stopped working. And we are standing there in the middle of all this hustle and bustle, people going every which way, chattering in all these different languages, Italian. We couldn't even understand any of them, but they were all on their way, going somewhere. So as soon as I shared with my mom that the GPS stopped working, Mom right away said, well, we just need to call Lorraine. And I said, Mom, we are not going to call Lorraine, because I did not want to admit to Lorraine that I couldn't even get, an eighth of the way to the cruise ship before we needed help. I said, Mom, we can figure this out. I said, don't worry about it. Now, those are the words Laura should never say, because that's what usually gets Mom and I in trouble. So I said, Mom, don't worry about it. Don't call Lorraine. I'll just start asking people. So I started going up to people while Mom was standing there with the phone, a little bit anxious, going, okay, we need to find the ship. Lorraine's getting further and further away. And I'm stopping people and I'm asking, I'm going, excuse me, do you speak English? And I'd say no. Or a person did speak broken English, but they didn't know where the port was. So we must have asked about 5, 6 people, and no one could answer us. Well, then I said, well, Mom, I said, there's all these people walking in this direction. Let's just go that way because they're all obviously going somewhere important, and I bet it's the ship. Well, Mom and I were so stressed at that point. That's what we did. We just started following the throngs of people going in this one direction, not knowing where they're going. Because I said, well, I'm sure that we are going to get in the right direction. At one point, we're going to see the top of the ship, and we'll know we're going in the right direction, right? So there we are. Her and I are just going. And I saw these 2 young girls, these 2 right here, and they were just laughing, cutting it up, and they were talking and having such a great time. And I said, Mom, I said, those are our people. And I couldn't even tell if they were speaking English at this point, but I went right up to them. I said, excuse me, I said, do you speak English? She goes, oh, yeah, we sure do. I said, well, Mom and I are lost, and we need help finding the ship. Do you know where it is? And both of them go, well, we sure do. We are performers on the ship. We can take you there. So we ended up walking back to the ship with these 2 women, and by the time we got on board the ship, they had told us what show they were in, and what they did in the show, and saying, you all need to make sure you come and watch us in the show. It was so much fun. Well, we still had not told Lorraine that we had gotten lost, and we were not about to, at least not right away, right? So we get back to the ship, and we are sitting on the balcony. I want to show you this picture. Here we are. This is our glass of wine, and those are our feet to prove we are there. And we send a picture to Lorraine saying, we made it back to the ship, no problem. Hope you guys are enjoying yourselves. And that is all we said. And then what we did when Lorraine actually got on the ship, that's when we told her about our little adventure getting back to the ship. But don't you just love stories like that? Gosh, as soon as something like that's happening, I know, okay, this is going to be a scrapbook page. Like, all right, this is going to be a journaling page. This is going to be a something kind of page, because this was just too fun. And I am just so glad that if there's one thing I do remember to do, is to get the photo. Because we were right near the ship. I said, oh my gosh, I said, girls, because they were both much younger than Mom and I said, we have got to get a picture so Mom and I will remember this. And we heard all about the fun time that they have because they travel on the cruise ship. They're best friends. We heard about their family, and they go shopping in all these ports. And of course, in Valetta, they had their favorite ports, shops that they like to go into and all that stuff. And Mom and I shared a couple of our adventures. And I did tell him, I said, well, you're one of our adventures we're going to be sharing once we talk to the next group of people we get lost with. We'll be sharing our story with them. So it was funny. And we really did enjoy our glass of wine once we were on the ship. All right. So you can see on, oh, wait a minute now. This, I want the flower on the other side so it's more balanced. You can see from this that I used this color right here, which is the Summer Splash, because of the color in her shirt, and then the pinks, and it's a light, that's a coral and pink, but it all went together real well. So I don't think I want to stick this one up. But I thought this sweet looked beautiful. No, I definitely want it over here. All right, and then we're going to put this flower. And, I don't know if I want to add any dots. I wanted it to look like it was cascading down. What do you think? Did I achieve it? Should I put any dots? It might be too much. There's a lot going on. Let's put one down and see what it looks like. I don't think we want the... What if I did... Ah! Well, that blends real well. Oh my gosh, it's going to be one of those. Here, let's use this side. Grab the little sucker. Come here. Oh my gosh. Okay, is this a mistake? No, actually, that looks good. Okay, that does not work because these are quite sticky. I'm just going to put one on each of these. So we got to go up here to this one. And then maybe add, a big one might be too big. Let's see. On this side. All right, now let's put a little one down here and put this one on. Oh my gosh, we could just go crazy with these dots. I don't like this one here. Yeah, I'm taking that one off. Okay, that's all I want. I may add some after I stop filming, but this is it right now. So what do you think? And have you ever gotten lost in a foreign country? And was it just because you were trying to follow a map, or did your GPS stop working? Because they're not that reliable when you're using it over there. You can see how I did my journaling. You just pull it out, flip it over, and read the rest of the story. And I added the torn down here because it just all blends better. And it's perfect that when I fussy cut this side, this back side is the pretty mauve that goes with the rest of the design. And I will simply cut a slit in my sheet protector at this area right here, right there, right? And I'll just be able to pull it out. So the only thing that's on the other side, the outside of the sheet protector, is this part right here. All right, my friends, we're going to call it a day. I hope you enjoyed my story. Please tell me what you thought was the funnest part, me not sharing it with my sister or me telling my mom, Mom, we are not telling Lorraine. So until we meet again in YouTube land, God bless. Have an incredible day. And it's been awesome sharing this time with you. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Thank you. Bye-bye.